ESR makes a lot of really great accessories for mobile phones, and today we're going to be taking a look at some cases and protectors for the brand new Galaxy S24 Ultra. All the cases here meet or exceed military grade drop testing, and the screen protector for your phone is also military grade drop tested. They have a case here for pretty much everybody's needs. We've got one with a kickstand and MagSafe built in. We also have one that just has a kickstand, and we have a case that has just MagSafe. And then for the ultimate protection, we have their Armor series, which protects your phone 360 degrees. Now you're definitely going to want to stick around to the end of the video because I will be doing a drop and a scratch test for the tempered glass screen protector to see how durable it really is, and a scratch test for the rear camera protectors. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll know which one of these accessories are right for you. And if you guys want to pick any of these up, I will be putting product links in the video description. And make sure you use my discount code for 10% off your purchase. So let's get started. Then here we have ESR's kickstand case. So the first case we're going to take a look at is their kickstand case, and as you can see, it is totally clear. It's got a nice hard polycarbonate back surrounded by a softer TPU rubber on the sides, and we also have a full metal kickstand. Super solid, it's not flimsy, it pretty much stays in any orientation you're going to put it in, and it easily clips back into the case. You don't have to worry about this kickstand coming out because it's really in there. Now let's see how much this case weighs. $42 Now this case also is military grade drop tested, so you know if you happen to drop your phone from a good height, it's going to be protected. So let's put our phone inside the case. Goes on the phone really well. Feels good in the hand. Buttons on the side are nice and clicky, easily pressable. And if we take a look at the side, you can see that there is a raised edge on the top and the bottom of the case. We also have a lanyard hole in the bottom here. There's just a little bit of extra bulk because of the kickstand bump on the bottom. And in the corners, we have these little reinforcements in case you happen to drop your phone on the corners. Your phone will be protected as well. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. You can easily access your S Pen. On the other side, we have the power button and our volume rockers. And on the back, shows off the color of your phone. We have that metal kickstand again, and there is a raised edge around our camera lenses. Really nice case. I always really like a case that includes a kickstand because when you're eating lunch or something like that and you want to watch something on your phone, instead of having to prop it up on something, you have a portable kickstand with you. Now you can see this case doesn't have MagSafe built in, but if you want to wirelessly charge, you can still do that. And let's take another look at that kickstand. As you can see, you can put the phone down in a landscape mode, or you can even stand it up if you need to maybe take some Zoom calls or something like that. Again, this stand is very sturdy. You don't have to worry about it just flopping all over the place. It's going to stay in pretty much any position you put it in. And to show you what I mean about it not just flopping around, you can also put it on its back to where the kickstand is laying down, and then you can kind of angle the phone more towards your face however you need, and it doesn't just fall down back into the case. This is a really nice kickstand. And then here we have ESR's Flickstand case. So here is the Flickstand case. As you can see, it's got a nice matte back to keep down those fingerprints. We also have MagSafe built in, and this case also has a metal kickstand too. Pretty cool idea. Clips back into the case. It does have a nice firm polycarbonate backing, again surrounded by a rubber TPU. So we'll put our, let's see how much this case weighs. 58 grams. Let's put our phone inside the case. Fits the phone really well, feels good in the hand. It's got kind of like a smooth rubber type feel to it. Buttons on the side are nice and clicky, very easily pressable. If we look at the case from the side, you can see it's got a raised edge on the top and the bottom of the case. It also doesn't add really any extra bulk to the phone. We also have those same reinforced corners as the other clear kickstand did. So if you drop your phone on its quarter, it will be protected. And again, like I said, this case is military grade drop tested. We have our lanyard holes in the bottom corner. We have our cutouts on the bottom. Again, you can very easily access your S Pen. On the side, we have our power and volume buttons. And on the back, again, it's got that nice frosted look to show off the color of your phone. We have that metal kickstand, our MagSafe ring, and we also have a raised edge around our camera lenses for protection there too. Now, if you happen to have a power bank, a power puck, or something like that that uses MagSafe, you can still use this case. Like I have the ESR power bank right here. You can simply put it on its back, clips onto the back of the case, and starts to charge your phone. And also the MagSafe accessory on the back has a pretty good strong hold, so you don't have to worry about the MagSafe accessory just falling off. This also works with regular wireless charging as well. You don't necessarily have to have a MagSafe accessory to charge your phone. And then this kickstand comes out really easily from the bottom. Again, you can stand your phone up in a portrait mode or a landscape, and the phone is pretty much angled right towards your face from the get-go. So that's pretty nice. You can't rotate the kickstand. It just kind of opens and closes, but again, it's made of metal. It's not flimsy. It's going to stay in pretty much any orientation you put your phone, which is really nice. And then it just snaps back into place. Really nice case. Again, I love the fact that they incorporated the kickstand, and I also do have an iPhone where I use MagSafe accessories, so it's really nice to see that they incorporated that into this case as well. And that matte back. If you watch any of my other reviews, I always say that I love the matte backing. Again, it keeps the fingerprints down, it feels nice and smooth, and it looks like the glass on the back of the phone. And here we have ESR's hybrid case. So here is ESR's hybrid case. Again, it is clear, just like the other clear one we showed before, but this case doesn't have a kickstand built in. It just has MagSafe. It does have a nice hard backing, surrounded again by a softer rubbery type TPU material on the sides. This case has also been military grade drop tested, so your phone will be protected if you happen to drop it from, about waist height. Feels nice in the hand. It's got a good grip to it. Buttons on the side are nice and clicky. If we look at it from the side, you can see it's got the same raised edge on the top and the bottom of the case. The case is also pretty slim as well. We have your lanyard hole in the bottom corner. Again, we have those reinforcements in all the corners of the case for extra drop protection. We have our cutouts on the bottom. You can easily access your S Pen again. On the other side, we have our power button and our volume buttons. On the back, shows off the color of your phone. We have our MagSafe ring, and again, it's got the raised edges around your camera lenses for protection there too. Now, like I mentioned before, if you happen to have a MagSafe power bank or some sort of charger, especially this one by ESR, this one not only charges your phone, clips onto the back, charges your phone pretty quickly, and again, it's got a nice strong magnetic hold on your case, but this power bank also acts as a kickstand as well. So you can use it in portrait or landscape mode if you need while it's charging your phone. And it holds some credit cards, your ID or whatever. So it's definitely a nice option to go along with this case because it does not have a kickstand built in. So definitely a good pairing. ESR's clear cases also do have anti-yellowing properties, so they shouldn't yellow as fast as some of the other cheaper clear cases. And then here we have ESR's Armor series case. So this case is a two-piece design. It does have an inner layer surrounded by a harder outer shell, and it comes with two options. It comes with one inner layer that has a built-in film screen protector, or you can use the inner portion that allows you to use your own tempered glass screen protector, or even the one that ESR makes. And this also comes with some camera lens protectors as well, so your phone is going to be protected 360 degrees. So we're going to test out the one with the built-in screen protector. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to thoroughly clean off your screen before we install the top layer. Then we're going to take our top layer. We need to peel off the inner portion, just like that. We also need to remove the sticker on the inside. Try not to touch the inner screen if you can. And then take this whole thing, put it over the top of your phone, and press it into place. You're also going to want to take your thumb and push down on this little ring here where the fingerprint sensor is. We don't want to see any bubbles in that little portion. Now when you first get your case, you're going to need to take out the inner layer that's already in the case. And then before we put this inside the inner case, we're going to install our camera lens protectors. So you want to make sure that you thoroughly clean off your camera lenses as well, and then dry them off. Then take your camera lens protectors and kind of line them up the way that they are on the phone. Then we're going to peel off the backing, place this over your camera lenses, and just press them into place. And then lift up on the guide, and you're all set. Now take this whole piece here and put it inside the outer shell. Just work your way around and get the rubber outer edge to clip onto the inner portion. And we're all set. Looks really nice, feels good in hand, and this is the best drop protection that you're going to be able to get from ESR. This surpasses military grade drop testing, and your phone is covered front, side, back, even the camera lenses. As you can see, those protectors fit perfectly within inside this case. Buttons on the side, easily clickable, very nice. On the front here, you can see that it does have a cutout for your selfie camera, and we also have some cutouts for the speaker as well. There's also some pretty good reinforcements in the corners for extra drop protection. If we look at the case from the side, you can see that there's a raised edge around the whole front of the screen. It also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone, which is nice. We have our lanyard hole on the bottom corner here. We have our cutouts on the bottom. We also have a covered charging port, so you don't have to worry about any dust or anything getting in here. I have no fingernails, so it's hard for me to get it open, but there it is. You can also access your S Pen very easily. On the other side, we have our power and volume buttons. On the back, it's got that nice, soft, smooth, matte feel, just like the phone. We also have a metal kickstand, and we have a raised edge for some extra protection for our camera lenses too. And as you can see, the protectors fit perfectly within the case. Then for our kickstand, you can easily pull that up. Again, it's made of all metal. It's not flimsy, so it's not going to just flop all over the place. And you can put your phone down in a landscape mode. You can even angle it more towards your face if you really need to. And you can also stand your phone up in a portrait mode as well. And then once you're done, it clips right back into the back of the case. Now, as far as the touch goes on the screen here, it is pretty smooth. There is a little bit of resistance because it's not glass, but it's still fairly smooth. As you can see, touch is working fine. Let's test out our fingerprints. That's 1, 2, 3. Fingerprints are working fine, but if you're having issues with your fingerprints, just re-register them and maybe even turn up the sensitivity on the display and you should have no problems. As you can see, it's crystal clear. Again, touch is working perfectly fine. You can easily access the bottom of the screen as well as the top. And let's see what the screen looks like if you're looking at it through polarized sunglasses. And as you can see, there's like barely any rainbow effect. Very nice. So the screen still stays pretty clear. Now let's test out our S Pen. So the S Pen works perfectly on this case. There is a pretty good bit of resistance because it's not glass, but again, the S Pen works perfectly fine on this screen. And even though this case doesn't have a MagSafe ring, you can still wirelessly charge right through the case. So again, if you're looking for the best drop protection or overall protection possible for your phone, the Armor series case is definitely one you're going to want to take a look at. So now let's install the ESR tempered glass screen protector. So we get an installation guide, an installation pad, a squeegee, an installation packet, and 2 tempered glass screen protectors. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to thoroughly clean off the screen of your phone, then dry it off. This pad really helps keep your phone in place when you're doing all this work. Then take your installation guide, place it over the top of your phone, and press it into place, just like this. Then take your screen protector, we're going to peel it off the back, just like that, and then put it inside the guide. Then run your finger down the middle. Push your fingers on the top of the phone, lift up on the guide, and then you can use the squeegee to get out any bubbles you might see. I have one little bubble here and a couple in the corner, so we'll just get those out. All right, so let's take a look at the installation. I was able to get those bubbles out pretty easily with the squeegee that was included. This is a full coverage screen protector, so it does cover your front camera. We'll test that out in just a few minutes. There also seems to be a slight gap all the way around the phone for case compatibility. We'll test that out as well. As far as touch, nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone. As far as fingerprints, it seems to pick up some fingerprints, very minor, but I've also put some lotion on my fingers too. But you can very, very easily just wipe those away. Not a problem. Now let's test out our fingerprint. Fingerprint seems to be working so far. Yeah, no problems with the fingerprint. And if you do have problems with your fingerprint, just re-register them after installing the screen protector and maybe turn up the sensitivity for the display and you shouldn't have any issues. As you can see, the screen is nice and clear. Very nice. Touch working perfectly fine. I love how smooth it is. The edges of the glass are also rounded off. You can access the top very easily as well. Now let's take a look and see what the screen looks like as if you were looking through polarized sunglasses. So as you can see, there is some rainbow effect, but you can still very easily see what's on the screen. If you're looking at the screen dead on, there's really not much effect. It's just kind of when you start turning the phone. Let's take a look at our camera. Camera looks super clear. Don't see any issues there, so you shouldn't have any problems using the front-facing camera for taking photos or video. Now let's test out our S Pen. S Pen works well on the screen protector. There is a slight bit of resistance, but not bad at all. And the S Pen seems to work perfectly fine with the screen protector. So now let's put it in one of ESR's cases. We'll use the Flickstand. And if we take a closer look, we can see that the case and screen protector fit perfectly. The screen protector doesn't actually touch the case at all. There's still a slight gap all the way around the phone, but the screen protector covers up as much of the screen as possible while still being case friendly, because if there's any little cracks or anything, that's just places for dust to collect. So this screen protector fits perfectly with inside ESR's cases, and the screen protector should also be case friendly with most other cases as well. Now let's install the rear camera protectors. So here we have the Ultra Tough Camera Lens Protectors by ESR. This is their Armorite series. These camera lens protectors are actually different than the one that comes with the Armor series case. So we get one pair of camera lens protectors, a camera lens remover. So again, the first thing you're going to want to do is to clean off your lenses thoroughly, because we don't want anything trapped underneath, and then dry them off. Then take your lens protectors and kind of line them up the way that they are on the phone. We're going to peel off the backing just like this, and then just place them over the top of your camera lenses and press them into place. Then just lift up on the guide and you're all set. Look at how clean that looks. That looks like they came on the phone right from the factory. Really nice. They have a nice metal ring and the middle is tempered glass. It also doesn't add much extra height to the camera lenses either. It looks really nice, very clean. And if you happen to touch the lenses, you also don't have to worry too much about fingerprint smudges, because who wants to worry about cleaning off the lenses before you take every picture? So that's definitely a plus. Now let's check out our camera on our phone now that we've installed the lenses. And from what I can see, they look really clear. I don't see any issues anywhere. Focus works perfectly fine. As you can see, we're zoomed in. Still looks nice and clear. So you shouldn't have any problems taking photos or videos with the rear camera protectors on your phone. And then again, let's put this into their case. And as you can see, these camera lens protectors fit perfectly inside ESR's cases as well. So now your camera lenses are protected, and you also have a raised edge for a little extra protection as well. That looks so clean. Very nice. So far so good. Now let's move on to the scratch and the drop test. So we're going to be dropping a 2.4 ounce steel metal ball at a starting height of 2 feet. If the screen protector doesn't crack, we'll move it up foot by foot until it eventually does. So let's start off at 2 feet. Moving on to 3 feet. 4 feet. 5 feet. 6 feet. 6 feet. So this screen protector lasted up until a 6-foot drop. Definitely not bad. Now let's move on to the scratch test. So typically regular tempered glass starts to scratch around a Mohs hardness number 6. So we're going to start off with a number 5. And then move on to a number 6. And then a number 7. So if we take a closer look, you can see there are no scratches at the number 5. There are slight at a number 6 and a little deeper than that at a number 7. So scratch resistance seems to be pretty standard for tempered glass. So installation for the screen protector was really easy. It also does work well with the in-display fingerprint sensor and the S Pen. It also seems to be case friendly. It lasted up until a 6-foot drop, and scratch resistance seems to be pretty standard for tempered glass. So now that we've tested out the front tempered glass, let's test out the scratch resistance of the rear camera lenses. So again, we're going to start off with a number 5, and then move on to a number 6, and then a number 7. So if we take a closer look, you can see there are no scratches at the number 5. There are slight at a number 6 and a little deeper at a number 7. So again, scratch resistance seems to be pretty standard for tempered glass. So out of the cases we've tested here today, I think my favorite is the Flickstand. I like the matte backing of the case. I also like the MagSafe built in with the Kickstand. Which one of these cases were your favorite? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know how many people agree with my favorite. And the rear camera lenses look great on the phone, and the front screen protector also seems to have some pretty good protection as well. So again, if you guys want to pick any of these accessories up, I will be putting product links in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help out the channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.